I wasted $300 on the wrong kettlebells. Bought the wrong weight, wrong type, wrong brand, used them twice. They became expensive doorstops. 3 years later, I finally understood what I should have bought from day one. And today I'm going to save you from making the same expensive mistake. What do you need to know before investing in kettlebells? Most people buy wrong, then blame the tool when they don't get results. But here's the truth. The right kettlebell investment changes everything. The wrong one wastes your money and kills your motivation. And the difference between right and wrong comes down to 7 things most people never consider. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the next 11 minutes, I'm going to reveal everything you need to know before spending a single dollar on kettlebells. The types that actually matter, the weights that work for your goals, the brands worth buying, the ones to avoid completely, and the one purchase mistake that stops 90% of beginners from ever progressing. But first, I need to tell you about the most expensive mistake in fitness equipment buying, because I see it constantly, and it destroys results before they even start. Stay with me. This is going to save you serious money. Let's get into it. The most expensive mistake in fitness equipment buying. Here's what happens. Someone gets motivated, watches fitness videos, decides to try kettlebells, gets excited, goes online, sees a set of 5 kettlebells at different weights, thinks, I'll need all of these eventually, buys the complete set, spends $250 to $400, then discovers they bought the wrong type, wrong handle diameter, wrong coating, wrong weight progression. The bells sit in the corner. Motivation fades, money wasted. This happens constantly, and it happens because people don't understand the 7 things I'm about to reveal. So before you spend anything, read every word of what follows, because this information is worth more than the cost of any kettlebell. Thing 1. Understanding the 2 completely different types of kettlebells. Most people don't know this. There are 2 fundamentally different types of kettlebells, cast iron and competition steel. They look similar, they're completely different tools. Buying the wrong type for your goals wastes money. Cast iron kettlebells. These are the classic bells. One solid piece of cast iron. The size of the bell changes with weight. Heavier bell means bigger bell. This matters. A 16-kilogram cast iron bell is smaller than a 32-kilogram cast iron bell. Advantages of cast iron: more affordable, durable, multiple grip options. Natural for beginners, good for all types of training. Disadvantages: size changes with weight. If your training technique, body position changes as you get heavier. Can have rough spots if quality is poor. Handle diameter varies. Competition kettlebells. These are used in kettlebell sport. Gearavoy sport. Same size regardless of weight. A 16-kilogram competition bell is identical in dimensions to a 32-kilogram competition bell. Only the weight changes. This is critical for technique. Advantages of competition bells: consistent technique regardless of weight. Smooth handle. Precise dimensions. Better for high-volume training. Disadvantages: more expensive. Less variety in training positions. Overkill for casual users. Which should you buy? Here's the honest answer. 90% of people should start with cast iron. It's more versatile, more affordable, more beginner-friendly. Only buy competition bells if you're serious about kettlebell sport, or if you plan to progress to very heavy weights and want consistent technique. But knowing the type is just the beginning. The most important decision comes next. Thing 2. The weight question that determines everything. This is where most people make their fatal mistake. They buy too light or too heavy. Both destroy results. And the right weight is different for every person, every goal, every exercise. Here's the framework. There's no single right weight. There are right weights for different movements. Your swing weight is different from your press weight. Your squat weight is different from your row weight. For swings, you need more weight than you think. Swings are hip dominant. Your glutes are the strongest muscles in your body. They need challenge. Men who've never trained start with 16 kilograms. Minimum. Men with training experience, 24 kilograms. Men who are strong, 32 kilograms. Women who've never trained, 12 kilograms. Women with training experience, 16 kilograms. Fit women, 20 kilograms. For pressing, you need less weight than swings. pressing is shoulder and tricep dominant. Smaller muscles. Men start with 12 to 16 kilograms. Women, 8 to 12 kilograms. Here's the critical insight nobody shares. Buy 2 bells immediately, one for ballistic movements like swings and cleans, one for grinding movements like presses and rows. These weights will be different. Most men need 24 kilograms for swings and 16 kilograms for presses to start. Most women need 16 kilograms for swings and 12 kilograms for presses. This 2-bell approach covers everything. You'll progress each independently. Your swing bell gets heavier first because your hips adapt faster than your shoulders. This is intelligent programming built into your equipment investment. But here's what most buying guides miss completely: the quality question that matters more than anything else. Thing 3. Quality differences that determine your experience. Not all kettlebells are created equal, and the quality differences directly affect your training. Here's what matters. Handle finish. This is critical. Your hand is in contact with the handle for every rep. Rough handles destroy your skin, smooth handles protect it. The best handles have a slightly textured finish, grippy enough to hold securely, smooth enough to allow movement during ballistic exercises. Avoid bells with extremely rough, gritty handles. They'll tear your hands apart during high-rep snatches. Handle diameter. Standard kettlebell handles are 33 to 35 millimeters in diameter. Competition bells are 33 millimeters. This matters for grip. Too thick and your hand fatigues quickly. Too thin and you can't generate proper tension. Flat base. Your kettlebell needs to sit flat on the ground, not wobble, not roll. A flat base allows you to do push-ups using the handles. Floor presses. Various exercises that require stable placement. Check this before buying. Weld quality. Where the handle meets the bell, the weld point. This should be smooth, no sharp edges, no gaps. Poor welds are weak points that can fail under heavy use, and they destroy your hands during cleans and snatches. Coating. Powder coat versus bare iron versus rubber coating. Powder coat is best for most people. Durable. Rust resistant. Maintains grip. Bare iron develops a natural grip over time, but rusts if not maintained. Rubber-coated bells protect floors but can feel awkward. Window size. The space inside the handle where your hand goes. Larger window allows more hand movement. This is critical for snatches where the bell rotates around your wrist. Too small a window and snatches are impossible. Too large and control is difficult. Now here's where smart buying separates from average buying. The brands. Thing 4, the brands worth buying and the ones to avoid completely. I'm not going to name every brand, but I'll give you the framework for evaluation. Quality brands share common characteristics: consistent quality control, proper handle finish, accurate weight, good customer service, warranty coverage. What to look for when evaluating brands. Read reviews specifically about handle quality, not just overall ratings. Handle complaints are the most common and most important. Look for consistency. 100 positive reviews means more than 10. Check for weight accuracy. Some budget brands are off by 2 to 3%. This matters for programming. Budget kettlebells, typically under $50 for a 24-kilogram bell, often have these problems. Inconsistent quality. Rough handles, poor welds, inaccurate weights, no warranty. This doesn't mean all budget bells are bad, but you must inspect them carefully before use. Mid-range kettlebells, $50 to $100 for a 24-kilogram bell, typically offer better quality control. Smoother handles, more accurate weights, better welds. This is where most people should invest. Premium kettlebells, over $100 for a 24-kilogram bell, are for serious practitioners. Competition athletes. People training daily. The quality is exceptional, but most people don't need this level. Here's my honest recommendation. For most people, mid-range cast iron bells are perfect. You're paying for quality that enhances your training, not paying for unnecessary premium features. The money saved can buy additional weights as you progress. But here's the thing, nobody tells you about kettlebell buying that could save you hundreds of dollars. Thing 5. The smart buying strategy that saves money long-term. Most people think about the purchase price. Smart buyers think about cost per use and progression value. Here's what this means. A $40 cheap bell that you hate using, that tears your hands, that demotivates you from training. Its actual cost is enormous. Because you don't use it. Your real cost is $40 for zero results. A $90 quality bell that you love using, that you train with daily, that delivers real results. Its actual cost is nothing. Because the value it creates is massive. Cost per use after 1 year of daily training. Basically free. Think about your total investment over time. You'll need several weights as you progress. Plan this from day one. Don't buy a complete set immediately. Buy your starting weights. Train for 8 to 12 weeks. Then buy the next progression weights. This approach has 3 advantages. You know exactly which weights you need because your training has revealed this. You've tested the brand with a smaller investment before committing more. You avoid weights that sit unused because you bought ahead of your actual need. The smart starting purchase for most men. 1 24-kilogram bell for swings and ballistics. 1 16-kilogram bell for pressing and rows. Total investment, $150 to $200. This covers complete training, no gaps. The smart starting purchase for most women. 1 16-kilogram bell for swings. 1 12-kilogram bell for pressing. Total investment, $100 to $150. Complete coverage for all beginner movements. But here's the question I get most often, and the answer is more nuanced than you think. Thing 6. How many kettlebells do you actually need? The honest answer, you need fewer than you think. And then more than you expect. Let me explain. Day 1, you need 2 bells. Different weights for different movements. That's it. 2 bells covers your entire initial program. Week 12 to 20, you need 1 more bell. Your swing bell needs to go heavier. Your body has adapted. Add 1 weight increment. Now you have 3 bells. Month 6 to 12, you need 1 more bell. Your pressing weight needs to progress. Add another weight. 4 bells total. After 1 year of serious training, most people have 4 to 6 bells. But they bought them progressively, not all at once. This is the smart approach. You never own bells you're not using. Every bell in your collection is actively serving your training. But there's something even more important than how many bells. The question that determines whether your investment pays off completely. Thing 7. The one question that determines return on investment. Here is the question. Are you actually going to use these? Sounds simple, but most fitness equipment purchases fail this test. People buy in motivation spikes. The energy fades. Equipment collects dust. Kettlebells specifically pass this test better than almost any other equipment. Here's why. They're versatile. 1 bell covers dozens of exercises. They're time efficient. 20-minute sessions deliver results. They're small. Don't require dedicated space. They're durable. Last decades with zero maintenance. They're progressive. You can keep advancing forever. But here's the key. You need a program, not just bells sitting in your garage. A specific plan. Clear exercises. Defined progression. Measurable goals. Without a program, the most expensive bells in the world collect dust. With a solid program, even budget bells transform your body. Before buying any kettlebell, ask yourself this. Do I have a specific program I'll follow for at least 12 weeks? If yes, buy the bells. Your investment will pay off massively. If no, get the program first, then buy the bells. This order matters enormously. The complete buying checklist before you spend anything. Here's your pre-purchase checklist. Question 1. Have I determined cast iron or competition? For most people, cast iron. Question 2. Have I identified my correct starting weights for swings and presses separately? These are different. Question 3. Have I researched handle quality specifically for any brand I'm considering? This matters most. Question 4. Am I buying 2 different weight bells from day 1? One for ballistics, one for grinds. Question 5. Do I have a 12-week program ready to follow? If no, stop. Get the program first. If you can answer yes to all 5 questions, you're ready to buy. If any answer is no, resolve that question first. This checklist prevents the $300 mistake I made. The expensive doorstop problem that plagues most beginners. The final recommendation. Here's exactly what I'd buy if starting over. Cast iron bells. Mid-range quality from a reputable brand. 2 bells initially. For men, 24 kilograms and 16 kilograms. For women, 16 kilograms and 12 kilograms. Then follow a structured 12-week program. After 12 weeks, assess which bell needs upgrading first. Buy that next weight, repeat. Total first purchase, $150 to $200 for men, $100 to $150 for women. This investment with a solid program delivers thousands of dollars of fitness results. Gym memberships saved, health improvements made, transformation achieved. That's the smart kettlebell investment. Not the most expensive, not the cheapest, the most intelligent purchase based on your actual needs and real training goals. If you're planning to buy kettlebells, drop a comment with your goal and I'll tell you exactly what weight to start with. Let's build a community of smart investors who get maximum results from every dollar spent. And if you want complete beginner programs, exercise tutorials, and ongoing training guidance, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because buying the bells is just the beginning. Using them correctly is where the transformation happens. What you need to know before investing in kettlebells: 2 types, right weights, quality handles, smart brands, progressive buying, appropriate quantity, and a program ready before you purchase. 7 things. Most people know 0 of them before buying. Now you know all 7. Go invest wisely. If you're a complete beginner and don't know which kettlebell to buy, comment your age, weight, and fitness goal below. I'll tell you the exact weight I'd start with. I'll see you in the next video. Now go make a smart purchase. Your transformation is one good decision away.